Welcome back. If you've just joined us, our guest on this episode of Question Time is the Assistant Inspector General of Police, Bala Hassan, is in charge of Zone 2, and Zone 2 consists of Lagos and Ogun. Don't go away. You mentioned Ore as a potential flashpoint within your zone, and it's when you compare such situations to what obtains in different parts of the world, where people enjoy free movement at different times. Isn't this a challenge? Shouldn't this be taken up as a challenge within your zone to ensure that people enjoy the free movement within the Ore axis without nursing the fear of being waylaid by men of the underworld?
Well, that axis, that artery, is a link between Lagos, Ogun State, and people going to Edo and up to the eastern part of the country. It carries a lot of volumes of traffic, people traveling for weekends, people traveling to see their families. So that provides what the necessary criminal opportunity, because it's a road that many vehicles pass, so criminals are likely to operate there. But in the past 2-3 months, we have directed the CP in Ogun State to patrol from that particular axis. There's a place we call interchange, Shagamu interchange, through J4 up to our boundary with Ondo State. We have more than 5 patrol vehicles consisting of the mobile anti-robbery squad and team from escort here. We have about 6 teams crossing that road, especially in the night. Since after when we entered Nia, there was an exchange of fire with some of our patrolmen there. Some of the robbers were killed, and the policemen were deservedly given award for their action. So we increased number of patrol vehicles there. Since then, we've never had any crime situation there. So if there's visibility policing, as emphasized by the IG, police are seen everywhere, we are patrolling. It will assure members of the public that police is there. And of course, the robbers know that if they commit crime, they will be caught and they will be punished. So that will deter them from committing crime. So that road is relatively safe. So we hope other commands like Ondo will take off from there through Ofosu and Ohosu, whereby they can enter Edo State, so that people around that axis up to the east will be safe. So the police is doing everything to ensure safety of land and property. People commit crime, of course, but with the guidance of the IG, we will rise to the occasion and ensure that this thing is brought to the barest minimum. As I earlier said, there is no society without crime, but it's the duty of the police, in conjunction with other security agents, to ensure safety of life and property anywhere they happen. People panic when there's crime and nothing is done. But when there's a crime here and there, once in a while a crime happens, police get them arrested and get them punished. Those people who want to commit crime tomorrow will know that crime doesn't pay, because by prosecuting them, you are doing what we call general deterrence and specific deterrence. So people will run away from crime. But if you commit crime, nothing happens, another person commit crime, those who want to commit crime say, this crime pays. But when you commit, we do something to show that this crime doesn't pay, we arrest you, then that is a general deterrence for people.
Now, let's get your position on this clearer. It appears that there have been reports of criminals now moving away from Lagos to the outskirts of Lagos, especially in the Ogun State area, and they've found this as a criminal heaven now. So what are you doing to fight criminal activities of these gangs in this area?
Well, strategically, if Lagos is made tight for robbers to commit, of course, by what they call domino theory, they will move to area of less concentration. It's like osmotic pressure. They will move to Ogun State to commit crime. But in practice, what you notice is that the OTA that they are supposed to move that has boundary here is entirely safe. Very, very safe. The level of crime there is the best, is the lowest in Ogun State. So that tendency where they will move to is equally tight. So unfortunately, if Lagos is tight, Ogun is tight, they will move to other neighboring states, but we don't want them to move to other neighboring states, because the whole jurisdiction belongs to the IG. If they commit crime in Ondo, it will worry us, even though it's not our area, because it boils down to the fact that police are not working hard. So it's left for us now to share information with neighboring states. Whatever we are doing in Lagos and Ogun State, other people should do it to ensure safety of life and property. About 3 weeks ago, the CP in Ogun called me that he witnessed about 3 kidnappings in one particular area around that Ijebo, Shagamu axis. This is unacceptable. I told him, we cannot tell IG in the morning that there are 3 kidnapped. Better do something and get back at him within 48 hours. And of course, he locked down the whole town sent about 40 patrol teams, no movement there. They started combing the forest up and start. The 3 people are released. So you must be up to your game.
When you talk of amnesty, my mind runs through the issue of ransom. People have accused the police of always being silent when it comes to the issue of ransom. Isn't it important for people to know the true capacity of the Nigerian police and to know if they are conceding to these demands?
I can assure you that under the leadership of IGP Solomon Arasi, police is very, very strong when it comes to gathering intelligence. When I say very strong, I mean very strong. But we can't start discussing it where people will see, because if people know our capability, they will go ahead of us. But we brought result. We didn't use witchcraft. We didn't use spirit. We use science and technology to see that when there is something like kidnapping, we'll get the result. But I can assure you we cannot discuss our strategy, because when they know our strategy, they will go a step ahead of us. We've worked in Niger Delta before. We know what we deploy. You deploy technology to prevent this crime. Ordinary intelligence, human intelligence cannot get these people arrested. You have to get the assistance of electronic intelligence, and we've been doing it. But we cannot go out and roll out what we have so that these people cannot go ahead of us and return us to square one.
Now, still talking about ransom, it's been said that these suspects, what they want is money, and it's important to find out if the police is conceding to these demands.
We don't want to give ransom, because if you give ransom, you are encouraging criminal behavior. So it's left for us to do other things other than giving ransom to show that crime doesn't pay. In the long run, you don't give the ransom and you get them arrested, you get them prosecuted, you get them sent to jail.
Let's now come back to the Agility violence that was unleashed just last week. Many say the Mile 12 market is a potential flashpoint. What's your position on this?
Well, if I have any opinion, it may be entirely personal. But criminologically, when you have two conflicting cultures, there should be likely to be what we call cultural conflict that may result to crime. We have these scenes in about 10 years ago in Ajogule, when I was area commander, whereby the OPCs were up and on with Igbesu and the Hausa community. But after some time, after what we call antithesis, we will come to a stage of synthesis, then there will be thesis, when there will be normalcy. These are things that happen once in a while, this type of crisis. But I believe with proper intelligence, with proper information, what happened in that agility community will have brought to it shouldn't have even happened. Because if we have taken some steps to the help of the community, what we did, we'll have called the community leaders together, hold a meeting with them, then this thing will have dissipated the tension, then this won't happen. That is why I took the whole pen today to go and stay in Otta, to make sure that the communities, we discuss with them, we discuss this issue that happened in agility, for us to be our brother's keeper, to live in peace with one another, so that the country is our own. Anywhere you are in Nigeria is your home. Because some people have stayed here for the past 30, 40 years. They don't know anything. They have developed animus midendi. That is, they don't want to go back to the north. They don't want to go back to the east. Lagos is their home. They are married here. They have houses there. So they are domiciled in Lagos. So overnight, you can't start saying this is that, because the constitution allows Nigerian freedom of movement. You can leave Lagos here and go and settle in Sokoto unmolested. And in Sokoto, man should go to Port Harcourt and say it's home. So this type of conflict do happen. But police will rise to the occasion with necessary intelligence and with partnership with the community to ensure that without tension, this thing doesn't happen.
You may also join in this conversation by sending us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time, what is the Nigerian police doing to fight cybercrime? Let's join AIG Bala Hassan as he finds answers to this.